close out the memes.
Are
Memes never.
alive. Hit it.
Alive.
Hit it.
Just smash the camera.
Extreme violence.
Max the computer like across the room.
You just lean over and slap Ethan straight across the face, and he looks like, what the fuck?
If I slapped Ethan straight across
Because
the
he's right
face,
there in person.
If I slapped
None
Ethan,
of us there are in person. Otherwise,
if I slapped Ethan
It'd be
across the
different story.
face, I can almost guarantee you at least 2 parts of me are going to be broken.
yes, your arm
At
and your mind.
least 2.
Why did you do that? Level up.
Level up. Needed
It's
the
okay.
XP.
There's a doctor on the premises. We'll tell him to get over it.
No.
Then he
Walk it off.
deserved it, probably.
Alrighty then.
You get killed, walk it off.
Walk it the fuck off. Can you
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about. This is perfect background music.
of course.
Right, I need to
So
mute.
you guys all got on a boat.
Well, most of us.
Okay,
Correct.
most of you got it.
Yeah, one's kind of at the bottom of the ocean.
So you guys
walks along the long.
you guys had
Too tired for this.
you guys had left Crest on a very reliable boat that's definitely totally not going to fit so many crashes, I swear.
Okay,
You're right. It's not going to because it already has.
It's okay, we can threaten the pilot or navigator.
Threaten the navigator, okay. And you guys are making sail for one Black Biter Isle, which is the isle to the home of a certain individual who is affiliated with the black market that you guys are totally chummy with, best friends. You absolutely loved him. And you're gonna go pay him a visit. A very friendly visit.
Gonna break his fucking knees.
Kneecaps are mine.
We're gonna bring him cake.
The more
His kneecaps
legs,
are
the more
mine.
limbs you break is just the stronger your friendship is with this individual.
Oh, is that how we're supposed to make friends?
Yes.
Oh.
That explains a lot.
I've been doing it so wrong. RJ, come here.
Ah, shit.
I'll get to the rest of them in a minute, but you're the closest, so I gotta start with you.
Start. Yep, no, you're not wrong. And before you all took your leave, a certain somebody had decided to call in a certain archdevil who is now hanging out with you guys.
Everyone was okay with that plan and had no objections whatsoever.
Absolutely.
Leslie got tired of you waiting to make a decision and made a decision herself.
You know that's fair.
I'm an adult now.
You were taking too long.
Alrighty. So you guys are all on.
Wait, whoa. Are you accusing Torval of overthinking something?
Yes.
How dare you? This is
I dare. That's how.
slander. This is mudslinging. My client has never once put the red string away.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, hello.
The
You would announce your presence
pulls
a
out
little more?
book of conspiracies.
Just
So you guys are on a boat, the SS Mayhem. You're welcome.
Don't.
And
Yes, it may.
yes, it may. And you are on course. The winds in the sails. The boat's a little creaky, kind of rickety. Every time you walk on it, the boards kind of make some weird noises in different places. But somehow this old tub, it's going.
it do be going.
Oh yeah,
No.
it's filled to the brim with gunpowder too, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. The cargo hull of the boat is filled with kegs of gunpowder.
I'm just every few
The Vimos
moments,
has been stacking for like 2 days straight.
Yes,
Every few moments, I'm just like glancing at the bird to make sure he's staying away from the gunpowder.
Well, the gunpowder is below deck.
Oh, okay.
It's not in the. It's not in the.
Exactly. He's making sure the bird is still above deck.
Still above
You're
deck.
staring into your soul.
Because, to be fair, this group has never once set ourselves up for a TPK better than right now.
Yeah.
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 Like, this is the first time we've put ourselves in a position where one fuck up just ends everything.
You look away, the bird's not there. You go down, the bird with a lit match in its mouth. The bird, I never really was on your side.
Yeah, we are one bird tomfoolery away from Gungnir having to solo this entire campaign.
I mean,
Gungnir just like comes up, like, you know, waiting for you. Where'd they go?
He's just sitting somberly on the beach, looking out on the horizon, just waiting.
Oh, there they are. Boom.
The cat was too powerful. It froze Phoebe's camera. Actually, it may have frozen her computer. She's not saying anything.
Maybe Phoebe's just.
I guarantee you, we've all frozen on her end as well.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So that's
Gungnir.
wonderful.
Shadow Realm.
Yeah, Gungnir though. Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
We'll get them next time. What do you mean they can't be rebuilt?
What do you mean you can't be rebuilt?
What do you mean we can't rebuild them? That's not how this works.
Honey, if you're gonna get in the tower, get in the tower. There you go. Don't just sit there and stare at the chair like you want to get in it. Either get in it or don't.
It just means that cat looks stoned in that freeze frame.
A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, that freeze frame caught it just at the moment where he looked stoned. And there she goes.
I don't know what's happening right now.
There she is.
Can you
I don't.
Oh, she died.
I don't know what's happening. Dupe. Hello there.
Phoebe! Phoebe!
Okay.
Are you alive?
I'm on my phone. My computer Discord is just wigging the fuck out. I don't know why. Hold on. There.
Fantastic.
Perfect timing.
Fantastic.
Thanks, Discord. You always know just what to do.
We had a perfect freeze frame of your stone cat.
He's not stoned. He's very.
He's very happy.
You like being held. Let's go.
Yes, you can get in the chair.
Well then.
There we go. You comfortable?
What the fuck is happening?
Yes, I know.
Hey, me and Phoebe are now the same resolution.
Maybe.
So we're on the water. Heading along.
Careful, the last time you brought the cat into frame.
Rose, I could still hear you and see myself moving.
Huh.
It was until Discord decided to go disconnect and reconnect, disconnect, reconnect, disconnect, reconnect. You're calling into my.
Oh, I see. That's troubling.
Yeah, now it's just eternally loading, so I'm gonna try to figure out.
Yep. But you guys are on the water.
Thanks,
Boat
Discord.
is chugging along, and Captain Anderson and his bird are at the helm. The bird is giving him some directions. None of them seem out of the ordinary, and Ball is in his typical disguise. He is on the starboard side, leaning against the what is that? That, like, what do they call that? It's slipping my mind. It's the wooden rail with the things that go between it. Is it just a rail? Am I fucking
Railing?
stupid?
A railing?
Yeah, I'm fucking stupid. It's a railing.
The railing of the ship? The thing that stops you from falling over?
My brain literally just forgot what a railing was for a hot minute.
Until you literally said the word rail.
Yes. So he's leaning on the railing, head turned out to the ocean, just kind of watching, seabirds fly by every now and again.
Don't push him off, don't push him off, don't push him off.
So, we should probably go over the plan and make sure we're all on the same page.
I die. Ball drags me in and says some stuff until I'm up. We gank Sirius. And in the meantime, you guys go all around the island, plant some bombs, and wait to blow them up till we've got Sirius back on the boat, and we're all safe.
So yeah, I was just thinking about that, and we need to it's more the specifics of the matter, because okay, so the story, and I'm sort of looking at Ball, make sure he's listening. The story we need to run is that whoever the payment is being made to is on the outskirts of the island, right? So we need Sirius to come with us. So we get him out with preferably as little guards as possible. And though the talkers, or whoever wants to be with the talkers, are up there talking to him, well, the ones who are good at sneaking go around and plant the explosives.
Uh-huh.
So,
I don't know who else is coming with me and Ball. No one really raised their hands on that.
well,
You said Gungnir would be acting as a bodyguard.
I thought that might be a good idea. I mean,
Gunner's underneath us at the moment.
really, I was more thinking anyone who's not good at the whole sneaking business and might be better served potentially not giving us away down there might be worth having up there. Just throwing that out there.
I wonder if these pieces of paper can go under the water without losing their message.
Oh, that.
You know, the ones that can send to people?
I mean, they're magic. I don't know how much that protects against getting waterlogged.
She'll rip off a little piece and write, "Hi, Gunyer," and then fold it up and go.
That's literally it. Just high.
Kidnap Lily girl.
I mean, it's
I kidnapped Lily girl.
Good.
Uh-oh.
Alrighty. So Gunyer,
oh my god, you keep.
Gunyer, can you
Yes.
hear me?
I can.
So Leslie, you watch as this piece of paper folds up into a little tiny bird, goes over the side of the boat, points straight down, and Gunyer, you are walking along, and this little paper bird just tink.
And it's still it's still intact. The magic.
It's
No.
still intact.
Cool. Gets good intel.
So
Gunyer.
Gunyer, would you like to open the little piece of paper?
I was hoping
Yes,
you'd
I
do a
will open
SpongeBob
the
joke.
It says, "Hi, Gunyer."
Gungnir, like, 1,000 feet below the surface of the ocean, just nods, then puts it into a chink in his armor and continues walking.
I mean, he knows I have the magic paper.
Yeah.
Great. He will hold on to that.
I was really hoping for a moment of just, whoever sent this clearly has no idea about the physical limitations of life underwater.
Gungnir will remember that.
Gungnir,
Alrighty.
All I said was hi.
what are you doing, sweetie?
Surak, while everyone is talking and debating, can you give me, or what are the stats in D&D? Am I right?
Really, girl?
Probably. I'm probably gonna go perception on this one then. The perception.
Le perception.
Oh.
15's not bad for disadvantage.
Why do you have to? Oh, right, because you're exhausted.
Sure am.
Alrighty. So you are
No, 15's not bad.
you're sitting there just kind of like,
I never said that.
and you just kind of you look and you're like, is that a large tree off in the distance? No, that's not a large tree. That's a tower. That's a tower on an island, on a medium-sized island out in the middle of nowhere in the ocean.
Should we...
Good for it.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't sound like the island Lazuli described, so I have zero interest in this. I think Sir X had enough
Well,
detours.
I said the last time I was in Sirius's capture, I did manage to burn shit. Like, I set it on fire in my escape. So he may have built a new place. Fence.
Don't jump.
You know, it occurs to me,
I
should
don't
we be making efforts to conceal our approach when we get there? Or maybe, like, is there a place where they won't see us coming?
You're on a boat called the USS Mayhem. I don't think that's possible.
Well,
I
mean,
thought
some
the
of us,
purpose wasn't really conceal our approach.
well, yeah,
I mean,
but
you.
some of us are gonna go, sneaking around down there, so we don't exactly look super official.
You saying hi to everyone, Lily girl? You saying hi to everybody?
I just did the most shit ever and it worked.
This is just occurring to me, but I feel like someone of this stature would be expected to arrive in like a big fancy boat.
And there's your cover story. They're using a shitty one to avoid detection.
Okay. I mean, as long as those of us who are planning to sneak aren't spotted on arrival and they're like, hey, where's the rest of your little group?
Hey, Mr. Captain Man.
He will, hey, what? Huh? Who needs me? You kind of realize he might have been asleep at the wheel.
How many little boats do you have on your big boat?
Little boats? Oh, you mean like life boats?
Yeah.
We throw them overboard to make room for the gunpowder.
They're supposed to hang off the side, aren't they?
I just like slow turn to the bird.
So basically you see him just kind of do this, then look at the bird. That's not what Butterball told me.
Yeah, that tracks. Maybe. God damn it.
There is a greater than average chance we die here.
Maybe those of us who are planning to go sneak should just hide below decks, assuming there's room amongst the gunpowder.
Oh,
Here's Cody.
oh no! Ah! Release the Leviathan!
You fool, such energy cannot be contained.
Nope,
That's
no.
a dog.
He just came in from the pool, so he's really, really hyper right now.
I mean, I'll look below decks. Is there room to like just huddle in there?
And he
Hold
goes,
If you want to sit on top of some of the like a lot of it's stacked, but there's some more single barrels. If you want to sit in a single barrel, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna just like take my weapons and put them in another place just to make sure I don't accidentally activate them.
Right.
Because you know what happens when that. So yeah, I'll just sort of hang out down there. Is Vimos with us? Because he
He is with you.
I'll invite him to come on down with, and I guess Harrow as well, assuming Harrow's on
Yeah.
sneaking duty.
No.
Pretty sure I am.
So as you guys are going about your business, you will hear the parrot screech, "Rah! Chip off the port bow."
Eh.
What up? The who went out?
"Rah! Chip off the port bow."
What is he saying?
There's another ship. I'm down here. I don't know if you can hear me. I'll just I'm just calling up from
Just
there.
calling up through the grate.
And
I'm gonna just look around until I see another ship because I don't know what.
you see a very large looking. You are on a medium-sized ship with 2 masts. You see a very large ship with 3 masts, as it is slowly but surely approaching you from.
Is it
Your
coming
port.
from the tower direction?
Yeah, it's coming from the direction of where the tower is.
Do I recognize it at all?
I will say if you want to try and stare at it unaided, it'll be a disadvantage. You might need something to aid your eyes. It's far away.
I know you're blind, Mr. Captain Man, but do you have a spyglass hiding around somewhere?
He's going to reach to his hip and pull out a spyglass, open it, and all
Can I
right,
have it?
I can't use this. And he's going to hold it out in the the opposite direction of where you are. Here you go, little girl.
I'll just go around and grab it.
He'll give it to you.
I know. I hope to God it still has the spyglass part in it.
Yeah, no, it still works. So
Okay.
you're using the spyglass, and you see what looks to be like a pirate ship, but the flag kind of looks like the skull of maybe a wolf, kind of something angular. You can't quite tell at this distance.
And high.
I
I can see up to a mile away with no difficulty.
All right then. So Surak, you see this ship. It seems like it's decently well taken care of. The flag is the skull of a ferret.
Really? A ferret?
I can't see this. I'm down
Probably
level of Dex.
Torval, do you know what a ferret skull flag means?
Probably not. Do I? Eh.
It is a Jolly Roger with a ferret skull. You don't know why though.
Maybe we can befriend the pirates and have them help us.
Captain, does a flag bearing the skull of a ferret ring any bells to you?
Nope. Can't say it does.
What?
Weird bird. What do you know?
The bird will kind of like look at you side with side eye, beady little eyes, and just go, "Huh? I know nothing."
You have your uncle threaten him. He has leverage.
Which uncle? Two of them are on this ship. Are you telling me Demos has leverage over the bird?
The really powerful one, the spooky one.
Spooky one.
You know, that really could be either of them.
The
Demos
one in
has
disguise.
He's,
The one in
he's
disguise
talking
right
about
now.
Quincy.
Come on. Yeah, Quincy. That's the one.
he's talking about Quincy.
Look, that bird has signed infernal pact. That means he has leverage.
doesn't make me know anything.
The parrot will say, "Right? I don't know what you're talking about."
Uncle Quincy, is he lying?
Ball will kind of turn to look at you and go, "That bird lies about 75% of the time."
Yeah, but about this. You think it knows what the pirates over there are?
On that thing, it probably called them here.
Ball is going to kind of look over at the pirate ship it's about halfway to your ship by now. And he's gonna go, I don't think you guys need to be worried about them.
We do need to be worried?
No, he said you don't.
Bold of you to assume we were at all.
Yeah.
Think we could make friends with them?
Ball is going to kind of cackle to himself and say, maybe.
I mean, they're pirates, and we are about to blow up an island full of pretty much treasures. We could offer them a majority share of it
I mean, how do
if
we
they help.
how do we get it to them before we blow it up?
Oh, they just raid it with us
How do we?
after things go down. Everyone else on that island can probably die. I just want Sirius to live.
I mean, yeah, I'm just wondering about this whole sneaking part. If adding a whole bunch more bodies to that will be conducive.
Well, we can use their ship to be more approachable because it's bigger.
Huh.
And they can hang out and look like a serious crew. And then once shit goes to hell, they can go and take all the things and then we blow it up.
It's not a terrible idea, actually. All right.
What's the word, Uncle Ball? Parlay?
Yes, parlay would be a word.
I don't think they'd listen to me, though.
So this pirate ship has now gotten all the way up to you guys, and it has turned starboard side with cannons drawn. Port side because they came from it is starboard side. I don't fucking know ship turned on. They're starboard side to you. They have their cannons drawn, and you see a crew of, well, there's some kobolds, some gnomes, a couple goblins, some halflings, a couple tabaxis.
I love that.
From down in the hold. How official do they look?
Very official.
All right, great. Sounds like perfect for our purposes.
You should come up to see them for yourself.
Is the island in sight yet?
Not at the moment.
All right. I'll come out.
You come out.
Flat face lying.
I'll follow out after.
I'll just sort of like look out, see the boat, and just sort of turn to Leslie like,
What?
nothing's perfect.
I'm gonna
So,
whip them.
a goblin that is pretty much almost, he's very pale, is going to stand up on the railing of their large boat with a sword drawn. And he has a kind of a black ferret wrapped around his neck like a scarf. It's still alive. It's just hanging out on his neck.
Of course.
And you will hear projected from this goblin, "We are the ferret pirates. You will hand over all your valuables or we're going to... We'll kill you."
I'll kill you.
Run off before you get hurt.
And this little goblin will look at you and just go, "Yeah, you might be bigger, but there's more of us."
I would be happy to show each of you a very painful lesson.
Look, I know you don't know me, but you're gonna just have to take my word for it. I got scared of a ton of things. I'm very easy to frighten, and I'm getting nothing from this.
We want to make a deal. If you help us, you get a lot of shinies.
Why should we trust you?
Because we're gonna go blow up that island and beat up the main guy. We don't like it.
You're gonna go blow up Black Spider Isle. And then
Yeah.
you just hear all of them chittering and laughing, everybody on the ship.
I mean, if one of you wants to come and see how much we've got going on here,
Ixnay
How
on the
serious-
unpowder.
I didn't mention it.
Maybe don't. Maybe just don't clue him into the fact that a single match would send us.
Have you been on that island?
You ask if they've been there?
Yeah.
What? Why would we want to go there? It's a death trap. The only guaranteed way in is the gate, but they only open it for people who are there on business.
Well, see, the thing is, we happen to have a VIP ticket.
Me!
But you don't look like a VIP ticket. You look like, well, you kind of look funny.
She looks.
Oh, that's rich coming from a goddamn rock.
Look, what she is to them, I point in the direction of where the island would be, is escaped merchandise.
Oh,
And I don't like scary.
you're an ex-slave and you want revenge.
I wouldn't say slave, more like, it used to be an object. An exotic object.
This goblin will look you up and down. You don't look very valuable to me.
I don't think it matters how valuable I am to you.
Look,
It matters how valuable I am to Sirius. And I know for a fact that he has a lot of things in his collection that's worth a lot of money. A lot of money. And he hoards them all to himself. He only ever shows them off to the rich and famous that are, you know, in enough of the black market for him to trust.
Not exactly fans of that place, seeing that they may have taken a couple of our crew members and, well, we
Well-
can't really get them back.
We were going to take a little bit and then blow the whole island, but if you want a chance to take some of it for yourselves, we could use your help.
If you could get the main gate open, we'll raid the place.
you know how to get it open?
Well,
Besides,
yeah, but not from the outside.
Oh, sure.
Sure, a little.
Like, if we were to say infiltrate the place, where would we go?
Well, you'd have to go to the gate building that they have in the harbor. Sure, there's probably a switch or something, or an operator.
Wasn't the whole point that we have a surefire way to get them to open the gate willingly?
Well, that's just for us.
So this is why I wanted to make sure we were on the same page with the plan. Where was that in the plan?
Hmm?
Was that just us coming in with the ship, asking them to open the gate for us?
That's the whole part with Ball
All right.
coming in with the thing. I mean, I can send him a note ahead of time saying, like, hey, I've got your merchandise. You better let me in.
I guess what I'm trying to picture is, like, is the gate like in the ocean, like blocking ships, or is it like on the island?
The gate is in the ocean.
Ah. Well, our plan is to use your ship to bluff our way in which case you'd be.
Yeah, yours is a little nicer than ours.
I feel like you getting in the gate would be a byproduct of our arrangement.
Here he is.
Whomst?
This goblin will say, "You want to use our ship?"
Oh yeah,
Look at ours.
Yeah, yours is pretty garbage.
Suits you better than
Well,
us.
We only plan on borrowing it.
Give me a persuasion check.
Gladly.
Can I be assisting her on this?
That's fine.
Advantage.
Persuasion.
Bard.
That's 1, 2, 2. Okay, that is a 17.
Okay. He'll kind of squint, look at you, and go, okay.
Nice.
That was easy.
Out of curiosity, proportionally, how big would you say their ship is compared to ours? Like with hands or however you can.
So, your ship, this. Their ship, that.
Ah, okay.
Yours would be a 2-mast kind of cruiser. Theirs is a 3-mast galleon.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yours
So I
is
feel like we should stop for a minute and get Vimos to load the explosives onto the new one and get some of the crew on the pirate ship onto the old one.
Do a little do-si-do action.
Yeah, we move one in, get stuff out. While you're sneaking around planting bombs, someone opens the gate, and by that time, we'll have Sirius by the neck. It'll be just a bunch more chaos.
Wait, doesn't the gate
Distraction from anyone else there.
Doesn't the gate need to be open for us to get in the first place?
We'll be fine getting in. We'll be fine getting in.
Oh, we have.
They're
we
probably
have,
going
we
to
have like a
close
back
it
door.
behind.
Oh, okay. Wait. What's the order of this?
Or are we leaving the explosives on the smaller one, and then the rest of you are going to, backdoor your way into the island and just kind of swim barrels out?
I feel like I'm a little unclear on some of the intel we have. Did we have another way on, onto the backside to the tunnels that doesn't involve the gate?
I mean, he did say there were tunnels.
Yeah, but do we need to still go through the gate to get access to them, or can we just go around?
I'm pretty sure a gate would suggest it's just the front way.
I'm asking RJ, to be clear.
Oh.
He just told you about the tunnels. You know of the gate, but not much else.
That would have been good to figure out.
They were just over there.
Well, I guess we can keep an eye out with the telescope. Maybe I think we have the little boat in the big boat's wake, kind of concealing it, so that if need be, we can sneak around with the small boat can sneak around. Well, our ship might not be small enough for it to be really stealthy.
What time of day is it?
What time of day is it?
Mhm.
It's about mid-afternoon.
What if we waited until nighttime and made sure any of the lights on our ship were out,
That helps.
so that they would have a really hard time seeing us? We already have a blind captain, so it's not like it's any different for him
True.
to sail us around that space. I would say bomb crew, keep the bombs on the little ship, sail around to the back
Yeah.
at night
And
while we go in
we
and do your shit.
We can play by ear if we need the gate open to get around to the back. We can have.
I still don't know why we can't ask the pirates if the gate involves getting into the island entirely, or if we can get around the back without the gate.
Well,
I'll just ask the captain that.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about order of operations is all. Because if we need gate access to be in the island at all, then the small boat needs to sort of hug the big one and just sort of sneak around at an opportune moment once we're in the gate. Otherwise, we want to
RJ.
kill. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Lazuli asked the captain of the pirate ship if the gate access is needed for the entire island, or if they can sneak around to the back without getting through the gate.
The final goblin will say that the island is surrounded by jagged, rocky spikes,
Gotcha.
and there are ways and paths to get through them, but they are treacherous and dangerous.
Got it. So we have a choice.
Probably to pilot the ship in.
He will
Like
also mention that there is a more open spot in the rocks to get through, but there have been rumors of a sea serpent that has made its
hell
nest
no, bro.
in that
Hell
area.
no. We don't fuck with that shit.
So
Does the
Yeah, we don't have time to deal with that.
yeah, here's the. The problem, even with trying those, like, it would potentially save us from being spotted, but at the same time, we would be taking the small ship. We would essentially have to make sure the parrot is on the big ship, and not in a situation where he has a golden opportunity to murder the captain.
Yeah. Does the pirate ship have lifeboats?
Does the pirate ship have lifeboats? Yes, they do
Yeah.
have. They do have some small boats.
Okay. We could still go at nighttime, and you guys could take lifeboats with gunpowder things and just...
You know what this reminds me of? You know those like logic puzzles where you're trying to get a bunch of people across the river, and there's all these rules like
Yeah.
so and so can't travel with this person.
Yeah.
Who just
It's better to figure it out now than in the moment, right?
yeah. Yeah. I guess I'm just wondering what we do with our boat. It could just be like a companion to the main boat unless it looks completely terrible.
I'm assuming it does.
So yeah, we need to find a way to conceal it is the only thing in that case.
I mean, having to open the gate being one less thing to worry about would be nice.
Well, we need to open the gate regardless.
You
It's
could-
just a question of if we put the other ships through the gate and try to hide them, or if we peel off earlier.
I feel like the smaller ship could just wait outside in case anything really bad happens, and if we have to release the gate to let them in, we do. Like, in case the pirate ship gets compromised, someone decides to set it on fire or some shit.
Sorry, can you repeat that? But there was a weird thing happening in OBS.
No.
I was just making sure the stream was all good.
So, instead of trying to get both of them in right away, we can leave the second one outside.
Okay.
I still have paper.
Right.
Well, bird will probably try and kill us, but
I mean, well,
It
they
could
just
linger.
see the second ship and know something's up.
not that close.
I
Like,
think
off to
if it's nighttime, we might have better luck with that. Is the thing. It's still a risk. There's potential. I mean, if we think we can handle navigating like the rocky shit, that's kind of a. I mean, if anyone feels confident navigating that.
Who here has proficiency with sea vehicles?
That's the thing.
Any of you?
Pretty sure
I doubt even the captain
I
does.
know.
it's a fair point.
I only have land vehicles, and I'm not there, so.
Harrow just kind of flies above and gives directions.
Mm-hmm.
We tie up the parrot and toss him under deck so he can't give
Oh,
contradicting directions.
Or we just need to put him in a position where if he screws us, he dies too.
Oh, that would be the case regardless.
Fair.
Purchase just like, yes, it's all
See,
coming
that's when Torval just ties the bird to the side of his head.
I'm just listening to you guys.
I know. I think the play is to tie the bird to like the front of the ship. So he can't. So if it sinks, he so does
He dies with it.
If it sinks, if it gets crushed, if it blows up.
By the way, speaking of birds, Torvald, there's still a crow nesting on your head.
There is that as well. I don't really know what to do about that or to do with it.
He's just hanging out with you.
He's just sort of gotten used to it at this point.
I mean, you're on the stealth team, so you don't really need to make an excuse for it.
It's not like he's making noise.
And if it does, you kill it.
It's a lot of variables.
Yep.
Need to figure this out. Matt, you got any opinions? Or Harrow? If you're there.
Matt?
I'm here.
Just wondering if you...
Yeah, it is dying. I barely knew what you said.
Yeah.
Do we... So... We either risk being spotted, we risk the ship getting caught on rocks, or we fight a fucking sea serpent, is what it sounds like.
Those are the major risks.
Yes.
Hey, do you have an extra one of those flags, mister?
The albino goblin will go. Ow.
Now?
No. He says no.
It sounded like he said how. I was like...
No, he says no, I don't. He doesn't have that other one.
And
They just have they have the one.
Do you have other flags when you're like trying to pass off as a civilian vessel or something?
The goblin crew, or the crew will pull out a flag that looks like it is made out of different poorly stitched forms of pants. It's just a bunch of pants stitched into a flag.
Sorry, I asked.
Hey, Torvald, did you see any extra flags down in the cabin while you were in there?
Did I?
The cabin of your ship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Probably thrown overboard by the parrot.
I was going to say, if we were going to bring them both in at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think? What do we think is the bigger risk? The rocks or
The
or
biggest
these?
risk, I think, is the sea serpent, honestly.
Right. Because I do think there might be something to tying the parrot to the ship and having him navigate. I think that has some merit.
Ow. Ow. Fuck. It's going so good for a while there.
And before the parrot's hatred is so strong that it would rather die with bring us.
I
with it.
really think we should use this new ship and the lifeboats to get the gunpowder out and just use this other one as a backup and let him linger for a while.
Okay, how do we explain the other ship if it's spotted?
It's other ship. It's not ours. Just some crazy dude with a parrot. We're not in sight of the gate yet. We can just see like the top of the tower, correct?
I guess
We
we
don't
could.
know if the tower is his island.
The only thing you see right now is obviously the boat with all the short people and the tower off on that little island.
And given where these pirates came from, I'd say it's heavily implied that it's not the island. Because Somebody say that the island was a multi-day journey.
Yes.
So yeah, we're not even near the island yet.
Actually occurs to me, couldn't we just like do we need our ship anymore? Could we just like get on the big one and bring all the gunpowder and have
That's
them
what
turn
I'm
around?
saying. We just bring all the gunpowder, use the lifeboats to get the gunpowder on during the night when no one's gonna see you,
Well, I'm saying we don't
and
even
then
have.
just let this one vibe out for a while.
Well, I'm saying we don't even have to bring him with us. We could just have him turn around.
Yeah.
It's also true.
Or he can just hang out here and the pirates can bring us back when we're all done,
I
having made good on the promise.
I think if that we do that, there's a strong chance we come back to like just flotsam in the water and no sign of either of them.
I mean, either way, we did the pirates a solid. They could probably just get us close to land. We don't even have to go back to the same town. We could just go to where our friend is, the one that in the town that's more north.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, up to you. I think we just either leave Bird Brain here or send him back.
You want to go back home, old man?
Alexander's gonna go. I mean, I'm just doing y'all a favor, giving you a ride on my boat.
Yeah, I think he's taken us far enough. I think we risk his life more continuing on with it than we do.
And I'll just sort of like say to Ball, and could you just I don't know put some fear into that thing over there to make sure he gets home safe.
I'll just kind of go. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Sure.
All right. I think we got a game plan here.
Yeah, this is a little better than what we've got.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it.
Including backup
I
and a
expect,
whole actual crew.
I expect also if we wanted to navigate the rocks, it would be a lot easier to do with lifeboats than our boat.
Yeah, because
Wait.
you can just push away from the rocks with your oars.
So the plan is you're gonna move all the gunpowder over to the larger ship?
Yep, we're
Yes.
completely moving cargo, moving onto the big ship, and sending back. What does the flag look like on Anderson's ship? Does it look presentable at least?
It doesn't have any. He doesn't have any flags. It's just sails.
Okay, because I'm
No.
thinking if we I don't know, unless Ball wants to style himself some sort of pirate king, the pirate flag is probably not a great look.
No. So you guys will move your explosive cargo onto this new ship. It's gonna take you guys about, I'll say, probably 4 or 5 hours.
Okay.
Torval, are you helping move the cargo?
I have my weapons on the other ship first, and then
That's fine.
I'll
Okay. So you're moving the cargo, and I'll say you're about an hour in. Torval, give me a perception check.
Love those. You. 4.
Torval, you don't hear anything as you go to loading barrels and moving them about. About 2.5 hours in. Leslie, give me a perception check.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Oh. Where's that? Okay, 17, 18, 19.
All right. Down in the cargo bay towards the front of the ship, you are hearing kind of tapping and squelching.
Don't like that.
On our ship or the other ship?
The ship or the Anderson ship.
Oh, our ship?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take out my sword and investigate.
Okay. Give me, I'll say an acrobatics check to see if you can squeeze your way up to the front bow of the cargo bay.
I am small. That is a natural 17.
Alrighty. So you kind of squeeze your way through, and you're crawling along the floor, and you look up, and you see Butterball prying on the front boards of the ship. You see a couple of nails have been pulled out and are on the floor, and the bird is trying to pry planks of wood off the front keel of the boat
I'm grabbing him by the
from the inside.
What was it?
I'm grabbing him by the neck. Just full.
All right, give me. It's going to be athletics or acrobatics.
I'm pretty sure my acrobatics is better, but let me check.
Apparently Ball didn't threaten him enough.
I'm much better. Oh, I'm pretty sure Ball didn't threaten. Okay. 19.
Alrighty. So you try and grab Butterball, and Butterball is going to look at you, say something in Infernal, and then just flap.
Yeah, she understands Infernal.
Yep.
I understand Infernal. I'm half tiefling.
Okay.
What does he say?
So you hear Butterball say in Infernal, "You all will go down with this ship," as he flaps backwards out of your reach.
Fuck.
What?
Fucking chaotic evil parrot.
Hold on. See if I can't pull some more shit.
Really, all you need to do is scream, "Uncle Ball!" The parrot's being mean.
Uncle Quincy.
Maybe a hypnotic pattern.
I'm gonna repair what he was, or at least try to repair what he was tearing apart.
You do have hypnotic pattern. That might help.
Why would I use that?
To charm him?
Okay. Lazuli, give me an intelligence check.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Hold on. What's it do?
So you look at this, and you look at the damage, the nails that this bird has managed to do in about 2.5 hours, and you don't know anything about boat maintenance or woodworking, and not to mention this wood is incredibly shitty. And you notice that water is starting to seep through the bow of the damaged boards.
I'm telling you, you pacify like.
Torval! Hero!
What's
The
happening?
bird's trying to tear the boat apart!
Do you have any way to hold like I don't know, hold him in place?
I don't know what I'm doing!
I don't know boats. I don't
Did
think.
he fly out? Didn't he fly out?
No, he flew up out of your reach, so he's still there with you. So
Well, I don't know
Leslie,
what I'm doing.
Can me and Torval make anything out from check?
say again.
Can we see what's happening up on the deck? Oh, from underneath.
This isn't on the deck. This is in the cargo hold.
Shit, I'm sorry.
I don't really have anything I can do here. The most I could do is put my brand on fucking Butterball to track him. but that would drop the other person.
So Lazuli, as you're sitting there confused about the leaking boards,
I'm like putting my hand to the wall, by the way, to try and stop the water.
you hear Butterball say in Infernal, "Your lives will feed my power."
I say we just cut our losses, take what gunpowder we have, and let him sink with the ship.
And you will watch as this bird's eyes glow bright green, and this bird fires an eldritch blast at the side of the ship.
Oh, I am fucking casting Shatter on him.
Of course he's a warlock.
He hit me?
No, he doesn't hit you. He aims for the boards.
He's trying to sink the ship.
He's not aiming for you. He just blasted at the boards.
Do I see this happening?
No, I'm assuming everyone can hear it.
You can hear it happening. You hear the eldritch blast going off.
Ah, fuck.
I'm just gonna look over at Anderson.
I look at Ball.
Bird's free.
What did you say? The bird's free?
Bird's free.
I just
You
look
know
at
what you do?
I just look at Ball like
Paul's gonna look at you and go, "Well, I didn't make his contract."
I'm gonna cast Liamon's tiny hut around me and the damaged part of the ship,
Okay.
so it can't be damaged more.
that.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that is not a one action spell. Just saying.
No, but we're not in combat.
No, it is gonna take a minute. Is all. I'm saying.
Technical combat. It takes a minute. It's just a minute.
Mhm.
I could cast Shatter on him, but I'm scared that would fuck with the integrity of the boat more.
I'm gonna make my way in that direction.
Okay.
You're gonna have a hard time getting in because I didn't cast it with you in there.
Oh, it's in the cargo hold, right?
It's in a part I had to squeeze into.
Ah, shit! I already said I moved my weapons onto the other ship, didn't I?
Sure
You
did.
did.
Which was the smart move, but
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna use my right. I was just gonna shoot him normally. But yeah,
Lazuli, come up from out there and let's just get onto the other ship.
Are we done?
Are the barrels on the other ship? I think that's the
No,
bigger
but
issue.
do you have a better idea?
You
It's
move.
gonna take
I
us
can
longer
wait
to move
until we're
these.
done. I can hold this for a really long time.
Lazuli, you can't guard the entire ship from this psychotic bird. Let's just go.
I can guard this part.
We can kill
That's
the bird.
not the whole...
Can we not murder this thing?
Finish getting the barrels on and just go.
We don't have time for that.
Just do it. I'll be fine. I know how to swim.
Again, I'm simply trying to stress that you cannot cover the entire boat.
Well, the bird's kind of stuck in a spot where it won't sink it.
Is that even remotely
so-
true? Or is he just working on another part of the hull?
He is
I'm
on.
imagining he's the part he had to squeeze into, and I'm bubbling the part he already damaged. He's got to be like.
I mean,
above.
he's up in the ceiling, but he's on another. He's trying to work on another board
I'm
as
running.
you're
Yep,
talking.
there it is.
I'm running to the other boat and
Yeah.
trying to get my weapons. Fuck this.
And he's still just trying to destroy the ship.
Yeah, no, this bird is dying.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Don't
Hold on.
apologize.
Hold on.
Like, do I pass Harrow on the way?
Yeah, you pass Harrow on the way.
I'll be like, you need to go murder your fellow avian down there. I think.
Fuck it. I'm dropping Lehman's and I'm gonna cast Shatter.
Okay.
Does that blow up the barrels?
No reason why it would.
No.
Okay.
It's
It's-
thunder damage.
Yeah, you can't shake gunpowder so hard
Fair enough.
that it explodes.
He needs to make a save,
Okay.
a con save.
How's a 19?
Yeah, you forget it's already rolling.
I'll just throw my dagger at him then.
Okay.
Eight, 19, 20, 23 to hit.
Okay, that'll hit.
He can't have that much HP, right?
Four,
You know, you would hope not, but
6 piercing damage.
Okay. So this dagger will fly out and hit this bird, and the bird Butterball, who's working on the board, will turn and look at you with glowing green energy eyes, and will say in Infernal, "You should not have done that."
I'm gonna run.
Heavy Monka energy.
And lastly, as you're starting to run, you watch as Butterball starts chanting something
Oh dear God.
in a language you don't understand. And
Oh god.
and this parrot will then split into about 5 copies of itself.
of course it knows mirror image. Why wouldn't it?
And those copies will start working on other boards as well.
Or it's a completely different spell. Great.
Yeah, mirror image can't do that.
Sure can. They're just illusory copies.
They're like
This is some
simulacra
green
or
art
something.
versus- whoever I see first, I'm gonna say hurry.
I am sprinting. I'm getting my fucking crossbow, and I'm yelling at Harrow to get down there and murder some parrot.
I'm gonna.
Still on
No,
our
just-
lost
just
land.
focus on getting whatever gunpowder we can onto the other ship. I
Cut
got
our losses. You want to know a great way not to go down with the ship? Don't be on the ship.
Okay.
Do we have enough gunpowder
I guess
on
he's
the
still
other
going.
ship to sink the
Quinlan,
island?
I don't think you understand that we don't get a choice in the matter.
You guys have moved
Don't
about
see how that's the
70.
case.
This shit is sinking. There is water actively getting into this crappy ship. So unless we kill the bird quickly, figure out how to repair the ship with the crappy wood we have,
I mean,
quickly repair it and get the water out.
if the hut works as a stopgap, that's something.
I mean, it was, but you had me drop it.
Yeah, because he started working on the rest of the ship.
Now there's 5 of him working on the rest of the ship.
Precisely. He probably was going to do that soon anyway.
How much did you say we moved, RJ?
How much? I didn't specify.
Okay,
I
we'll
feel
specify.
like you were just about to say it. How much gunpowder did we move from one ship to the other?
70%.
It also took him
Oh, that's
2.5
not gonna
hours to get to the point where, like, that part of the ship was fucked up to the point that water was coming in. I'm not saying
But now it's fine.
I'm saying there's still a chance.
Okay, so
You
Torval.
do what you want. I'm just going to make sure Lasley's fine, and then I'm staying on the other ship.
All right, so Torval, are you going down
Yes.
into the? Okay, Torval, you go. Is anyone going with Torval?
I'm gonna follow after.
Okay. So,
I'll help, I guess.
So Lasley, you're going as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lasley, Torval, and Harrow, you all go to the other ship, and you go down into the cargo, and you see 4 of these copies working on different boards and pulling out screws and whatnot.
Are they doing so quickly, or is it taking them a while?
I mean, they're parrots.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying.
But as you all come in, on some of the leftover barrels of gunpowder. One of the butterballs is standing on top of that barrel
Of course.
with a
Nope,
claw
turn around, run.
clutched over it.
I'm shooting it.
You're shooting it?
Not activating my right, but I'm just fucking shooting him.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Anyway, I started blast.
This fucking bird is getting a fucking crossbow bolt. I like look up at the crow in my head and it's like, cover your eyes.
Crow on your head's already been through
That's a
it.
26 to hit.
Alrighty. So you shoot this crossbow bolt and you just hit this parrot right in the chest, and it just gets pinned to the boat, the wall, and then this parrot, the parrot that you just hit, it fizzles out into black dust, and then all the parrots, the 4 other copies that were working, all slowly turn to look at you, Torval.
Oh, Jesus.
Torval, do you speak Infernal?
I can translate. I'm there.
Nope.
Okay. Lastly, if you're
I
translating...
do speak Abyssal.
Okay, lastly, if you're translating, the parrots will all say in unison, "Your flesh will serve on our journey to godhood."
So I'll translate and then be like, what?
What did you make a deal with?
Oh boy.
Can't be
What?
that bad if you're
What the-
scared of Uncle Paul.
What the fuck are you?
Speaking of, where's Uncle Paul?
And all 4 of these parrots will barf Eldritch Blast wildly.
Of course.
I would
Are we
I would like Torval, Lastly, and Harrow to all make dexterity saves.
Okay, I'm good at that at least.
Don't worry, if you go down with the ship, Gungnir will catch you.
I had to fucking say something, didn't I?
Sure did.
Boy. 16?
Okay.
What? Oh.
That one.
Harrow?
Don't worry,
2
Tor
plus
will.
7, which I think is 23.
23. All right. Harrow, you're fine. Lastly, you're fine. Torval.
Don't worry, Torval. Gungnir will catch you.
All right. Torval, you get hit in the face by 1 Eldritch Blast, and you will take 6 damage. Then another one will hit you in the leg. You will take 5 damage from that. Then another one will hit you in the shoulder. You will take 3 damage from that. And then the final one will hit you in the neck. And that one you will take 10.
10?
It was excessive for 1 failed save.
So that's 24
That one was
total?
probably from the storm.
Yep.
Butterbubble.
Okay. What's everyone else doing? Are we rolling initiative? What's going on?
That's a good question. That was what I.
And we cut the losses now.
No. it
They
That's
doesn't
are
pretty
matter.
randomly blasting holes in the ship.
Well, casting Shatter's not a good idea. So, I guess I'll try Hypnotic Pattern. I doubt it'll be any help.
If it stops them from
Assuming
doing
you
shit.
have time to breath afterwards. I could use my Hat of Vermin and distract it with a rat. It sounds so stupid, but it's a bird.
Are any of them next to each other? You could try Crown of Madness.
Hypnotic pattern works on multiple targets.
It does. You just need to make sure you don't hit us. And it would essentially disable. It would essentially disable them. Is what's good about it? They wouldn't be able to.
I could just tell you to look away.
I mean, RJ, what's the verdict? Could she hit the birds without us with hypnotic pattern?
If you guys were to cover your eyes.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, if I tell you, hey, cover your eyes, and then cast it.
Sure.
Thing is, it needs to make a wisdom save.
Okay. So that's 4 wisdom saves. What do I need to beat?
15.
All right, one of them fails.
So that one's just basically staring in a stupor, right? At the pretty
Yeah,
colors.
don't hit it. Don't hit it.
Yeah, it's basically like pretty colors. It's incapacitated and can't move, right?
Yep.
On a field sick creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed by the spell, it's incapacitated and has a speed of 0.
Yep.
So the pattern just appears for a second and then goes away. So I'm just gonna focus on keeping that one bird out of commission.
Sure.
You guys need to deal with the other 2.
Yep.
Or the other 3, sorry.
Yep. You know, be useful for multiple birds would be multi-attack.
Okay. Are we rolling initiative or anything, or are we just kind of doing things?
Seems like we're both going for it.
I'm not really. I'm not really rolling initiative for this one.
Go for it, Hero. Do something. Just don't hit the one I hypnotized.
When did you hypnotize?
Just one of them. It's pretty obvious that he's basically drooling and staring.
Yeah.
Okay, then
Her pretty color.
I'm gonna do. I guess I'll stab one with my. Can I use my fire blows to attack the 2 others?
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, okay. 14?
The hit?
Yeah.
So you try and hit one of these parrots, and it just barely misses.
God damn it.
Yeah, well, yeah. Try and hit it with the next flurry blow. 16?
That'll hit.
Fantastic. That's 10 damage to one parrot. And then
Okay, you hit
flurry
this
blow
parrot.
gives me.
You hit-
attack, so
You hit this parrot, and it poofs into a cloud of black dust.
You got at least one more.
Yeah, I know. Cool.
Go for it, Cap.
18.
Okay.
$11 damage.
Okay, you hit another parrot, and poof, it's gone.
So 2 left, yes?
Yes.
And one is hypnotized. So I guess I would be next if we're doing something resembling turn order. Unless
It's not really.
I have no clue. I'm confused.
It's not really turn order. It's more you do something, then the parrots do something in response.
sure.
It's kind of how I'm doing it. So the parrot that is not hypnotized we'll say in Infernal, Lasley, if you want to translate so everyone else can understand.
Yeah.
Your lives are fleeting. My power is eternal. Bye.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And oh, go ahead.
No, I mean, I thought if it's his turn, it's his turn. But yeah.
Yes. So the parrot, you're going to watch as sparks start to crackle around it, and a little bit of flame will start to appear in front of
No.
No.
No,
No, it doesn't.
run.
it. Hmm?
I'm
And
run.
this parrot is going to cast Firebolt at one of the barrels of gunpowder.
Okay, so I feel like I wasn't gonna say anything, but technically I did shoot it before they fired Eldritch Blasts, so I believe it should technically be me next if we're doing turn order.
Okay, I mean, if you wanna shoot at him to try and stop him,
Yes,
okay.
because I feel like otherwise it's kind of we don't have any say in the matter. That would be 15.
All right, that'll hit.
Alrighty. 9.
9. Alrighty. So this bird gets hit, and leaving only the bird stuck in the hypnotic pattern.
Cool.
You know, I could just kind of keep him like this if we want to finish what we're doing.
I feel like that's a risk. How long?
No?
How long's that last?
Oh, never mind. It is only a minute. Let's go. Let's just leave.
I mean,
The boat is still filling with water.
are we doing something about this?
I don't know how to fix ships.
I don't think I do either.
Were we not?
If you want to direct the good captain onto our new ship, then sure.
I mean,
Let's do that.
did you have any way to like slow it down? Were you gonna try the hut thing?
I don't think I can concentrate on the hut and the hypnotic pattern at the same
Well,
time.
I
Plus,
mean,
the
we can-
hypnotic pattern lasts for a minute.
I mean,
so if
you
you want to
can-
hit him now,
Yeah, I'm saying we can kill him. I'm pretty sure
the
incapacitated.
thing is that once you hit him, he's out of the stupor.
Sure, but I'm pretty sure incapacitated. Isn't it an auto crit on an incapacitated creature?
Yes.
You're within 5 feet, I believe.
I mean, you can move up.
Wait, is it? No, that's unconscious.
Can I walk up and punch the...
Please do.
Sure.
I think it's an auto hit if they're
Okay.
incapacitated. Because
Tell you what, I'll also ready a shot for when he is out of hypnosis, so we can just
Okay.
fucking pincushion this thing.
I'll just let it run its course then. Because
So does a mod 20 hit?
It does.
And damage.
10. Alrighty. So you punch this final parrot, and you watch as it
Oh,
same as the others poofed into black smoke.
what the fuck? What? What the fuck?
either that.
They were fine, right?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We did not hear if you said anything else.
Forgot what I was gonna say.
It'll come to you.
I'm gonna. I'm wondering if the real one is still elsewhere, because that could be a problem. All right, but at any rate, you want to start working on the hut so we can at least slow down the
The hut where?
What's the
They
point in slowing it down?
some places, didn't they?
I mean, how beat up
Where's
is
it
it?
leaking from?
Yeah.
As you are all debating, you're about ankle deep in water.
Where is it leaking from?
The boards that the birds were blowing
Is
holes
it-
in and
is
pulling
it-
nails
There's
out.
multiple holes.
I don't.
Yes.
The hut is not
Yeah.
that big.
Lost cause. Let it go, Quinn. Unless you've got some Flex Seal in your back pocket.
It just wasn't clear that it was that.
I can open them so you have more air circulation.
Just leave it closed. No, it's open. I know, Mom. But sound travels, and you would use it.
All right. I guess I'll just grab what I can for one final trip to the other boat.
All right.
Daryl,
So,
help me with a barrel.
so Torval, you can carry a
Okey-dokey.
keg. You can carry a keg. Lasley and Harrow can carry a keg.
How much are we leaving behind, percentage-wise?
Again, you got 70% of what's there, so 30%.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I caught that.
Maybe 29% with 2 extra barrels, who's to say?
That sounds about right.
I mean, listen, we've got a demolitions expert. I'm sure he can figure out a way to make 70% work. Maybe he overpacked.
Mm.
He probably did.
In 2 days. I bet he did.
I'm sure he overpacked. I'm sure he can find a way to make the amount work.
Let's go. We're heading out.
I'm gonna grab Anderson and just move him to the other boat.
Okay, you move him to the boat, so you grab him, and as soon as you grab him, he's gonna kind of like look at you and go, "Butterball."
No, your bird tried to kill you again. He took your ship.
I don't think Butterball would do something like that.
Believe me or not, old man, you are gonna lose your ship.
Such a nice bird.
Keep telling yourself that.
All right, so you'll take over the ship. The rest of you make it over, and you watch as the SS Mayhem slowly starts sinking into the ocean.
I'm just gonna.
Well, that solves the problem of having to explain that.
Yeah, it's something. I'm gonna just relay to the rest of the crew that we're pretty sure the bird's dead, but just in case it's not, to just be keep a very close eye out for this fucking bird.
What? You don't trust the bird?
I don't trust it poofing into non-existence like all its copies.
I'm gonna go take a break now because I just used a bunch of spells and none of them worked. Like one of them worked.
Right.
I'm gonna turn to Vimos. Can you make our current supplies still work with the plan?
I mean, it's not going to be as extravagant as I wanted.
Is it going to work?
Probably.
That's all I need.
Alrighty. So you guys will start making your way towards the island. It's going to be probably say about a day and a half, so you can all take a long rest.
Yeet.
No, I want a second point of exhaustion.
Wait.
No, Sorak's gonna take Lasley's advice.
Okay.
Take a nap on the boat.
Take a siesta.
Alrighty, you're all taking a
Woo,
siesta.
What's up, Matt?
I said woo woo honest.
Oh, okay. Sounded like something was getting cut off.
Woot woot.
I just ate an entire bag of
I
chips.
don't know why my mic is not supposed to. Yeah.
Jealous.
I mean, Tyler, when don't you eat a whole bag of chips? I mean, look, whenever I eat a bag of chips that says family size, I just go, welp, I guess I'm a family now.
Yeah, that's true.
Eat family.
Yep. Alright then.
Party size? You mean party of one? I'm alone.
Oh my god, did you see the one where it's like when the pizza guy gets to you with 20 pizzas, and he's like, "Oh, you having a party?" Yeah,
Yeah.
having a party.
That's me right now.
Alrighty. So, Lazuli,
Yeah.
while you are having to sleep, you have a little bit of a dream that goes on.
Oh, boy.
And in your dream, you are in a town and different people walking through in, I'd say, gold hemmed clothing, very nice gold hemmed clothing, are just walking through town and they're passing you. They're not even paying attention to you, and they're all avoiding you in maybe like I'd say a 5 foot circumference. And as you look around, as you're walking, seeing all these people avoiding you, you notice that there's kind of like an invisible cage that's just following you wherever you go. And you're not quite sure if that's why the people are avoiding you or not.
Is it around me?
It is, you know how like in cartoons, the little storm cloud that follows the people around? It is a transparent cage that is following you around as you're walking.
How do you know it's a cage if it's transparent?
You can still see.
Like it's glass or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, well, okay. Well, he said invisible, so I was like,
Oh,
what?
no, invisible, transparent, and I mean,
You started with invisible.
no, I didn't say it.
Yes, you did. You said an invisible cage that's following you around.
I don't think transparent.
We modified transparent. I'm gonna look at the brand on my arm, see if it looks any different.
The brand on your arm looks pretty much the same.
Hmm. I'm gonna purposely try to approach people.
Okay. As you try to approach people, they purposely move away from you, almost as though you're like there's magnetism that's just pushing them away. So every person you try to approach just walks that much away from you. There's always the distance is just always there. Everything that you try to approach is just shifting away from you.
Everything, even the buildings.
In a way,
I'm gonna like smack at the cage a little bit,
okay?
like get it to go away.
You try, and the cage just moves out of the way of any of your motions.
I'm gonna call out to some of the people,
Okay?
like just say like help. Who are you? Where am I? What's going on?
So you're calling out, you're yelling, and the crowd in front of you, like just all the people, just slowly start just parting a little bit, and it gets more and more obvious. And down at the end of this part, you see a man in a blue, kind of cordial, fancy Victorian era suit type of deal. And he has a cane with a it's a circle with trying to remember what that shape is, but it's like a cube with multiple sides. Think like a Rubik's cube, but it's got like an extra cube inside of it. So it's like two cubes that are constantly revolving
Okay.
in this circle on the end of the cane.
Like a little cube
Like-
inside of a bigger cube inside of a sphere.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
You good, Ethan?
Well, first it was like circle, then it was like sphere, so I'm trying to wrap my head around.
You
So-
went from out to in. I went from in to out.
Leslie, you recognize this man from his dark hair with gray highlights, goatee, his pointed ears, his cold eyes. You watch as Romulus stands at the end of this crowd, staring you down in your transparent cage. His eyes don't care. The crowd does not care.
Is the big man.
Do I have any of my weapons on me in my dream?
No.
I'm just gonna sit cross-legged and start humming while staring him directly in the eyes.
Alrighty.
I don't want to approach him.
So, Torval.
Okay.
I keep rolling for this shit. Torval,
Fucking goddamn it.
you find yourself in a area you're not familiar with. You've never been to this place. It seems kind of like an old temple. It's got some kind of nice marbled stonework, gray and white. A lot of fancy architecture, and you see an elf who is sitting on a bench with somebody else, and you've actually seen these figures before. You saw them in the vision of that farmstead. So you note that the elf is apparently that guy called Frederick, but the person wearing the hood and gown, you're not quite sure. But the last time you'd seen them at that farmstead, they were having an argument.
Yes. Do they seem to see me, or are they just kind of? Am I like? Not really there?
They don't notice you, and they are talking as though you don't exist, despite you being in front of them.
Fair enough. I will listen to what they are saying.
Alrighty. So the two of them are having a conversation, and the hooded figure will say, I understand that you have your holdups about what we're trying to do here, but it's for the betterment of the world. It's about keeping people safe. And Frederick will reply, yes, I understand all of that, but don't you think this is a bit extreme? She's just a little girl. Though she may seem that way right now, what of when she grows? What of when she discovers her true being, her true purpose? Then what? Well, perhaps maybe if we, treated her right, showed her the right path. You and I know that is both naive, Frederick. You know her nature. You know where she comes from. Right. But she's just a little girl. And that's all you'll hear from them.
Mm-hmm.
And as the conversation ends, you see a little girl in a dress with black hair run up to the two of them, kind of very happy, smiling, and the two of them will abruptly stop their conversation, and that is where your vision will end.
Alrighty. Makes sense. Is that where the dream ends?
Yes, that's where the dream ends for you.
Okay.
I mean, unless you want to visit Rafta.
Tell me about deadbolt doors.
Sure, he doesn't have the substances for that.
No. Well, I think he does have some fairy dust.
Does he? I thought he smoked it all.
No, he got the high elf gave him some, I believe.
Ooh.
Yeah. Alrighty, so you all can take a long rest, and you will wake up next morning.
In a particularly crappy mood.
Mm-hmm.
Liza
So
will
you-
just kind of go up to the top and just look out at for the island.
Okay. You all will wake up. There'll be a bit of fog going on. It's a little hard to see, but not too bad if you squint. And Leslie, you'll see as a very looming, shadowy, kind of jagged shape is appearing off in the distance. And as the boat's getting closer and closer, you can see these jagged, pointy rocks, just like towers, just around. You can't see any island between them, but you can definitely see these jagged cliffs and peaks.
That's cool.
I'll go up next to Lasley.
Okay.
Is that it?
I think so. I don't particularly remember it being this tall, but probably took my last arson attempt to build on it.
Doesn't seem that sturdy. More height just means there's more for it to fall. There's more for there to fall. There we go. That's English.
Yeah. I hope so.
Everything all right? You were terribly excited about this plan.
Yeah, I'll go back to being excited later. I didn't have a very good dream last night.
My condolences.
Any drink with Romulus in it is terrible. He didn't even do anything, he just stared at me. Everyone else stared at me. Do anything, so I just sat there like I did last time. That's all I could do.
See. Well, for now, relish in the fact that we're about to take out one of his larger branches by the sound of it.
Yeah. I don't get to see the way in. Or you guys sneaking around doing fun.
Well, I'm not sneaking anywhere. Have you seen me?
Are you coming with me and Uncle Ball?
I simply said I wasn't going to act as Ball's attack dog. I'm not leaving you in his care. Also, again, have you seen me? I'm very easy to spot.
True. I mean, we're all still friends. We're just... That was pathetic. What? What do you want?
Mother,
Depends on which cat it is.
mother, I crave mint.
Is it mint?
You
Nope, it's Edgar.
No, it's Poe.
Oh, Poe. So I can't tell the difference from this distance.
Oh. Okay, no, look up here. Look up here. You see the little white on his chest? Barely.
Yeah, Poe, what the hell do you want?
He wants this.
Oh, okay, fair enough. We're all still friends here.
Role playing pretend. It's like a show. You won't actually be Ball's attack dog. You just gotta stare at people and make a mean face.
I'm not doing as he says, but that part is easy enough.
As long as you follow with us. I should probably ask if these pirates have a cage we can use. If not, I'll just have one of you carry me.
That might be a bit easier for, if only for spatial purposes. I don't know how we would transport a cage.
Are you comfortable holding me by my horns? You have to be convincing. I won't feel it.
Do you not
Doesn't really
feel
hurt
the
any-
nose get pulled on?
I mean, kinda. But I won't feel it while I'm out. For all intents and purposes, I'll be dead.
Could I not just like throw you over the shoulder as you're looking dead?
I mean, you could. You just gotta be convincing. Maybe you could pull me off your shoulder by my horn. You really want to freak Sirius out.
I
That
could
would
do
freak
that. I could do that in many ways. And Sarek's just gonna like space for a second. Sorry, what?
Just don't be too nice.
You deeply underestimate my compassion for these people.
Well, don't be too nice to me. You gotta pretend like I'm just another, I don't know, bounty. I know it's hard, but if they catch any wind that you and I are in cahoots somehow, it might break the whole illusion.
This is good.
Very well, but I'll take no joy in the matter. But if it will get you where you need to be, then I will do what I can to provide the illusion of cruelty.
Thank you.
Elsewhere on the boat, all approach Ball.
What else?
It's like, all right, story straight. Who are you? Where are you from? And what is going to be your business here?
Do you think I don't have that down?
I'm just curious to make sure we're all on the same page. You know.
Oh, my name is Quincy. I'm a wandering merchant of many fine things and collectibles. I may or may not have heard of this specific island and its owner, what the owner may or may not be after, and I thought I might stop by to parlay and trade with a specific ware they've been looking to acquire.
Fair enough. And you know how you
What's your-
acquired.
Dead.
You know how you acquired this ware and whatnot, in case they question you about that.
I'm gonna go with a game of card. Why not?
Suppose there's worse
See,
cover stories.
The key is to just threaten them if they ask too many questions.
Very true.
Ask so many questions or you'll end up like the dead kid.
And it's like, well, how'd you get this kid? Stop asking if you don't want to end up like her. I'm sorry, are you in the business of wares or questions?
Yes. All right. Well, I'm gonna probably stop questioning an archdevil about their ability to lie.
So, Torval, as you're talking to Ball,
Just because he's bad good doesn't mean he's bad
you
guy.
see Alexander Anderson coming upstairs from below deck, and
He's having trouble with the steps.
he's having a little bit of trouble seeing he doesn't have his seeing iPad
Or a stick.
or a stick, and he goes to the steps.
We should get him a stick.
He's walking along the deck, and you see a piece of stray rope on the deck, but it shouldn't really be too much of a problem. You know, it's not really taut or anything. And Torval, you watch as this rope is slowly going taut.
Yep.
Eh.
Don't give that look, Quinlan. You know what's up. Get the crossbow.
I'm gonna unholster the crossbow and go towards the rope cautiously.
So you see on the side of the boat, Butterball is pulling the rope taut to try and trip Alexander Anderson to go overboard.
God damn it. Buddy Anderson, just stop where you are. Don't move. Do not move.
He'll stop and go, yeah.
Just a little hazard on the deck. We're taking care of it. You can be on your way in a moment. Just
I'm gonna shoot a bird real quick.
But hold on 1 goddamn second.
And you're sitting there aiming at the bird, and the parrot is going to look at you fearlessly and say, I have ways.
okay. Since I'm right next to Ball, I'm like, okay, straight up with me. How the fuck do we kill this thing?
Ball's just going to look at you and go, well, I suppose you could try attacking it, or you could find who it made a pact with and get them to undo the pact.
Don't we know who it made a pact with?
Do we? Was it? Oh,
It was the little guy, right?
Was it the imp?
Yeah, it was the little messenger, wasn't it? That's the whole reason we know this parrot was chaotic evil, was because he was like, well, I made a pact with a bird once. And that's when you said,
that's right.
I have questions for that
Yeah,
bird.
could you
Famous line.
could you call your imp friend?
Yes. He will snap his fingers in the palm of his hand. Krillian will appear. Yes, what is it, Mr. Ball? How can I help you, sir?
Your contracted bird is trying to murder us. Well, mostly him, pointing at Anderson.
Oh, you mean Butterball, that troublesome parrot.
Yeah, we need to do something about that.
What exactly do you need to do?
Kill him?
Well, I'm not sure what I can do for you. I mean,
How we tried killing him yesterday and he's back. How do we make it stick?
bolt to the brain, I suppose?
Alright, well, coming right up.
So, Torval, as you're getting ready to fire, right? So give me an attack roll.
Yeah, sure.
20, nat 20, nat 20.
It's close. It's a nat 17 for a 26.
Alrighty.
Okay,
So you fire this bolt, and as you fire this bolt, the water around Butterball rises, and you watch as a jet of water just, and your bolt bounces off a sea serpent with Butterball sitting on top of it.
We're not allowed 1 day. We're not allowed 1 fucking day.
And the sea serpent will look at you, Torval, look at Alexander Anderson, and just eat Alexander Anderson, and then slowly go back into the ocean with the parrot.
With the parrot.
Well, shit.
Sorry.
Yeah,
What?
So you're an imp.
The Butterball is just demented Moana, is what you're telling
You
us.
are the bottom rung of the infernal ladder. Explain.
Yeah, this thing's got some talking to do.
So Krillian will
Roast
say,
him. Feet to the fire, Quinn.
Krillian will say, "Oh well, Butterball's a bit of a special case. I may or may not have made that pact with him a little while ago when I first started, imping."
Imping,
How
yeah.
old is that bird?
Well, okay. Regulations.
Krillian wasn't always an imp, was he?
Yeah, what? Did you get demoted or something? What were you before?
Well, I may or may not have gotten demoted because I made a pact with a bird, and that bird may have got the better of me. I mean, who's keeping track?
Ball.
Bird brain.
Ball's just going to
What was
give a disapproving look.
What was Krillian before?
Oh, I don't remember. It wasn't. So what's below an archdevil?
Okay.
A devil, I suppose.
Well, I mean, in terms of devils, I can give you the rundown based on challenge rating. I know.
Okay.
No, Balors are demon. Pit fiends would be like the archetypical super nasty devils.
We'll say he was a pit fiend before.
Is a pit fiend a rank, or isn't that a specific kind of devil?
It is a kind of devil, but the way infernal hierarchy works is devils literally get promoted or demoted to different types of devils depending on their status. That's
I mean-
literally how it works.
Oh wait, do I still have that picture? You guys keep going. I'm gonna see if I still have
Actually, Pit Fiends technically would be one point higher than Ball in terms of challenge rating, so maybe
You still have it?
that might be a bit high.
No, I'm still gonna go. I'm still gonna say he was a pit fiend.
Okay, fine.
Yep.
How did you get demoted from Pit Fiend to Imp?
Well, like I said, I made a deal with that bird, and as part of our contract, it was for every person he kills, he gets more powerful. And I thought, that's just a parrot. What can that do? I was very wrong.
You're kind of dumb.
What's his kill count at this point?
Well, going off of that there captain that just got snake swallowed, I'd say he's in the mid-60s at this point.
Disappointing.
Has he? So that's not the first person he's had a grudge against and tried to kill, is it? And how does he typically form these grudges? How does he choose his targets?
Well, he tries and chooses his targets that he thinks will be easy pickings.
Okay, that makes me feel a little better. Feel like we're
Forgetting about the literal child.
I mean, I wouldn't call that child easy pickings when she threw a fucking dagger into my chest.
Yeah.
Survivor or not, it's like, that ain't easy pickings. That is probably more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah, I mean, unless he has something about, like, killing people who've slighted him in the past, we're probably fine. Does he
Oh
have-
god, that's Lazuli in a nutshell, isn't it? Ah yes, a child, this will be easy. Shanks you in the knee. This is not easy!
Does he tend to hold? Say we killed a bunch of his like shadow clones yesterday. Do you think he'd hold a grudge about that?
I don't really know how that bird thinks. It's possible.
That's fair. Cool.
We're waiting until nighttime until we
Oh, sure.
actually approach the island, right?
Are we still, since we don't have the other ship to worry about?
Well,
Yes, because we use their lifeboats
Ah,
to
yes.
sneak gunpowder on.
Right, the dinghies.
although, I mean, we could, as previously stated, it might be easier to get the lifeboats through the treacherous rocks.
If we're already past with the main boat and it's nighttime,
Sure.
just do it.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't
That's
make
a
it
good-
more complicated.
It's a good
than
point.
it
Once
is.
we get in the gate, some people can just hide on the ship,
sure.
and probably just once most of the party is focused on, most of the guards, hopefully, are focused, somewhere else.
Yeah.
Y'all could just stealth down in some dinghies, and if somebody spots them, I don't know, you make them bloated. Arrow punches them a bunch. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we got options. It's just different levels of risk.
And you have a whole pirate ship worth of very excited creatures willing to help if your shit goes down that bad. So
That's true. That is an A+ distraction.
Also true. Actually, here's a relevant question. Is it possible for us to, fit all the gunpowder onto the lifeboats when it comes to that?
You
All
need
of it?
a
No.
lot of life.
no, I wouldn't think all of
It's-
it. I would imagine you'd have to do a couple trips.
Gotcha.
2 days worth of gunpowder. Not a chance a couple
Yeah.
of dinghies are fitting that many barrels.
Well, that's why I brought it up. Because I wanted to make sure we accounted for that.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
Okay.
we're going to have to think about that one way or the other. Maybe it is
Speaking
easier
of-
to get into the gate first and then do multiple trips.
That's the plan.
Yeah, and right now, technically, I don't like the idea of also having to run the odds against Butterball coming back for you
That's fair.
when you're in the water outside the walls, now that he's got the serpent. So maybe he
Yeah.
ignores us, but then maybe that's just another problem. And
The chaotic evil parrot is a threat.
I mean, you wrote it.
hindrance.
You did this.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. Shane. Speaking of bringing things up, Sorak's going to turn back to Lazuli. By the way, if something does go south, is there a way to rouse you prematurely from this spell?
That's a good question.
I mean, you could take my hand and touch me with it.
That will do it?
Maybe?
Because I also don't want to, as you said, give a performance of being less kind and accidentally undo it.
Out of character, this is actually DM's discretion, I suppose, because the description for Feigned Death is you touch a willing creature and put it into I cannot speak. Cataleptic state that is indistinguishable from death. For the spell's duration or until you use an action to touch the target and dismiss the spell, the target appears dead to all outward inspection, and spells used to determine the target status. So, it doesn't specify that, like, I guess it's up to the DM whether I would have to consciously touch myself and dismiss it, or if you could just take my hand and be like, wake up.
I would say that would have to be up to Lazuli to consciously dismiss it.
Okay, so once this is up, you're out for an hour.
It's
I'm planning early so that way it's not as...
Google tells me that you need to wait out the duration if you cast it on yourself because you can't use an action to dispel it if you're incapacitated, which means you can't take actions.
That's what I figured. Okay.
Okay, so you're just... Does Ball know dispel magic?
You can ask him.
That's an option.
See,
That's an
I would
option.
ask him, except Sorak's not the most well-versed in magic and probably doesn't actually know that's a thing.
I mean, am I?
I'm slightly versed in magic. Most of my magical knowledge has come
That's fair.
from Lazuli and a bit of Torval.
Am I close enough to this?
And a little bit of Trish.
Am I close enough to this conversation to pick up on what they're talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, we're whispering.
Yeah, I'll ask him. I'll like, hey, do you think you could dismiss like a feign death spell if it came to that, like a dispel magic type deal?
Ball is going to take his prosthesis arm and wrap it around your shoulder,
Don't touch me.
and he's gonna. Don't touch me.
Don't even take it, Quinn. Just
Yeah.
He is going to. This prosthesis is going to firmly hold you, just on your shoulder, and he's going to say to you, I'd like to give you a bit of an educational lesson about how things work right now with my magic. Can I dispel magic?
oh my god, give him a yes or no.
Ball's going to look at you and say, okay, fine, I'll cast Dispel Magic, and then we can all die 30 seconds later. You're welcome.
He said if it came to it, you sarcastic prick.
And he's just going to shrug and go, well,
So
he'll just take his arm. He'll take his arm off you and go, guess you don't want to know.
So your magic ain't working right, is what you're saying.
Does your arm turn into a nuke if you dispel it?
He's just going to.
Wait, you don't know?
Oh, I know.
He's being petty about it.
He's going to look at you and go, "Oh, I bet you do."
He may like you, but he's still a devil. And he's still an asshole.
So I just hope timing works. I could cast it 30 minutes before we get off the boat. Just about.
I mean, we just
And
need,
you got 30 minutes to get up to Sirius.
we just need to make sure the window is right. We don't want you waking up while we're in there.
I mean, just because she becomes conscious doesn't mean she'll start flailing, right? Lazaly's a fairly talented performer. I'm sure she could fake it.
I'm good at acting. What this spell does is, he can't use magic to tell whether I'm alive. I still look dead.
Sure, no, that's fine.
Right. So once we get
If I
back,
wake up, though,
I guess
that means I'm alive.
the key is for it to only get him to make a close inspection once of whether you're dead, and have him take that as granted.
Yes.
All right, we can figure that out.
You don't think 30 minutes is long enough?
I think we can make it work.
Okay.
Just a question
oh,
of
we'd better.
how quickly they get us in there.
Or we could do 20.
I'd be cutting it close.
How tall does that tower look? From here.
I don't know, DM.
Tower?
He
The
said
tower.
tower on
the-
the island.
No, there was a tower on an island a couple
that was the
days
other one.
back. All you see is
Sorry.
jagged rocks and a cliff face. There's no tower.
Never mind. Yeah,
Loser didn't even build a tower.
might not need as much time then. Let's say 20, 25 minutes.
All right.
I mean, I think that could work, but Tor's a little more in tune with this kind of thing.
I mean, do I think that? How do I feel about that? Is that do you look like enough time to get in and out, or at least in?
That's up to your discretion.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think we know enough about the place to
Yeah, call it.
ask the DM here.
Call it 25. I think.
25 it is. I'm gonna go find the captain of the boat again.
Okay. So you go and find the albino goblin with the ferret scarf. And he'll go, "What do you want?"
So, is there a specific signal you want once we're ready for you to come and raid? Because we're obviously not going to blow up the island with you on it. That would just be mean.
That'd be something pirates do. They would
That's
play.
something dirty pirates do.
We're not pirates. We're just pretending to be pirates and allied with pirates. There's a difference.
I'm sure you'll figure it out.
What kind of non-committal bullshit?
Those have got to be the worst pirates I've ever seen.
So
Do you
it
not
would
have any
seem.
players? You know, like a follower or something?
He's going to scramble over to a chest and find a dirty pair of pants. And he's going to give them to you. And he'll say, "Swing these up on the highest part you can find. And that'll be the signal."
That takes too long. What kind of pirates are you? Do you not have any fun loot? You don't even have flares or fireworks?
I mean,
What do you do when you're in danger?
we do have one thing, but nobody wants to use it or touch it.
What is it?
It's it's not great. That's what it is.
What is it? Now I just want to know.
All right. He will take you down into one of the deck rooms. Is anybody with her or no?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, come to think of it, yeah, I probably would have gone with her. I don't know why I didn't say that.
Alrighty. So he'll take you down to one of the deck rooms, and in this room you will see a basically it's a set of armor, and it looks it looks pretty typical for a set of armor. And when you look on the inside, it's coated in studs and spikes.
It's not a flare.
Just a very uncomfy set of armor. What on earth is this?
We found it in that tower. It was on a skeleton. It looked like it sucked out all his blood or something. We're not sure.
Oh, lovely.
Orville might know something about it. He does weird blood magic.
He does do weird blood things.
Orville!
What?
Come here!
Okay. Let's stomp down.
We need
I'll
your
tag along.
expertise
It
on.
seems like the whole crew's heading.
We need
Blood
your
then.
expertise. Yeah, what she said. Weird blood things.
Blood?
You know about that.
Look
Yeah.
inside the armor.
I'll look it over.
He said it sucked the blood of things that wear it.
Oh, you said it looked like it sucked the blood out of the skeleton.
Yeah.
Which-
Some sort of check.
Doesn't make sense. Skeletons don't have blood.
I'll say I think this would be a history check
History.
for you.
Okay.
And it has to do with your order, so you should I think you get advantage on it.
Okay. I mean, that's your discretion. I don't have a specific ability for that, but yeah, if it has to do with my order, then I would think I'd have advantage.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, 21.
Alrighty. You look this over, and this is a set of magically enhanced Blood Hunter armor.
Oh shit. What type of armor is it?
It is. It is scale mail.
Scale mail. I think, is that heavy or is that medium? Let me.
I think it's medium.
I believe scale mail's medium.
It's medium. Yeah.
No, it is medium because I had a conversation with RJ about scale mail and I got it confused with splint mail.
Ah, yes.
I have a ranger character that wears it.
Okay. Oh shit. And so, well, what does it do?
Do you want it?
I'm still examining it and remembering my history, what I know of my Blood Hunter order to know what it does. So,
I will say if you want to know what it does, you can go into items
okay.
and you can search up. I believe I have named it recompense.
You have indeed.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh. Okay, I might need to talk to you privately about balance.
Nah.
But oh. Okay, so this is Blood Hunter armor. It can drain. Essentially, what it does is it drains your blood to use it to enhance its defensive capabilities. Your blood literally becomes your shield.
Oh, so that's like that thing you do to light all your things on fire,
Yeah, basically. Now,
where you
So
hurt
it's
yourself to gain
scab?
power.
hmm?
So it's a scab?
I guess you could put it that way. Um, yeah, here's the thing: is this being scale mail, it kind of works for me and my whole thing. I can wear it. Problem is, it's hard for me to. It would be hard for me to sneak around in this stuff. So I don't know if it's good for me right now.
Put it on after.
Yeah, maybe.
Would you mind if we took it? I know you said nobody wanted to touch it. We can get it off of your boat for you.
Look, I'm gonna go. Nobody wants this, so why do I care?
I mean, unless someone else on this team likes
It's
medium
always
armor.
good to ask question first, even if the answer's obvious.
Orville, I believe you're the only one willing to hurt yourself for benefits here.
Fair enough.
I mean, Harrow's willing to get drunk, but that's a different thing.
Yeah, I'd say wait to put it on. If you were coming with us to Sirius, you could wear it, but you're not. So,
And we flat out can't put it on Gungnir. It's got no blood.
He's got no
he's
blood.
not no blood.
Yeah, I'll
Baby,
Come back.
what is God doing? Talking with the fishes?
I mean, he's slowed down by the water, so inevitably he's either about to crest, already has just gotten out, or he's getting there. You know what he's doing? His best.
His best. What if he has, like, propeller feet? He just has to jump a little bit. He can
I mean,
just, like, jump in the water.
that'd be rad as hell, but
Got your
We don't
activate
know.
propeller.
Gungnir is secretly a James Bond vehicle.
Gungnir is under the ocean, and Gungnir watches as a sea serpent with a parrot riding on its head swims by.
He's moving pretty good.
Yeah, just Kanye just like sees this as just like ignoring unlogical need optics repaired.
His liquid dynamics are moving pretty fast.
Yeah, the windshield wipers.
It's getting a little.
Not even that. He just pulls out a squeegee still in the water.
Yeah, he just like pulls out like a narrow hand and like a little razor thing and just.
I think all that's left is to just wait until it's nighttime and approach.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
So I will say night comes. What would you all like to do?
We're close enough to sail up, right?
Do you want to sail up? Do you like what? How do you want to go about this?
I mean, the plan is to have like the sneaking team below deck,
Mm-hmm.
and have Ball make contact, right? Or are you throwing the note in?
I'm gonna send the note in. So, not in normal Lazuli handwriting. I'm gonna forge some super fancy something.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to just write it to you, or just say out loud what it generally says?
You can just give me a generalization. You don't have to give me a full.
It's basically just a slightly, a very professional, fancy note saying, "Hello, I'd like to trade with you. I found some bounty you may be interested in. It is compromised, however, you would still want it."
Okay.
That's what I was thinking of too, Tyler. Holy crap! Hey, was that a super?
And yeah, that's it. And then signed, Mr. Quinn.
Alrighty then.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Quinn.
No, wrong Quinn.
You will send that.
Okay.
I downloaded it so I could get the GIF.
I mean, gotta have that. It's a classic.
Is that a Supra? A Supra?
God, that video.
So I guess we'll just wait for a response.
Right. Yeah, stealth. Yeah, stealth team below deck, I think. Alright. Are we missing
Yeah,
anything?
everyone else who isn't going, like, isn't normal crew and who's going to be sneaking around should definitely hide down below deck.
I think it's okay for the crew to be moving about. It would make sense that
Yeah.
Quincy still needs a crew to operate the ship.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, the rest of our group that isn't going with Ball, so me and you, can stay up above. Everyone else should hide.
Do you need to, at this point, or?
Well, we haven't been let in yet. I just sent the letter.
Right, I just don't know if they can see down at our ship.
So who's on deck?
It should be Ball.
Down
or
below.
I think I'll be just one level below with Surak, and then you can come up with me once we're like called upon.
So, Sark, are you above deck or below?
No, I'm with Lazuli, and the plan is for her to feign death herself when it's time, and then I carry her up. So it should just be Ball as Quincy, and then necessary deck hands to actually, keep the ship going.
Okay, so you're all below deck. Do I have that
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
So Surak or Leslie, can you guys see above deck or no?
I'd say you could wait by the stairs. You don't have to be too far away.
Okay.
I'm fine with that. Just, back in the shadows.
All right, that's fine. I need to know because I need to know who can see what. So, Sarak, you're standing at the steps that go to the lower deck, and mid deck. You're right in the middle, hanging out, watching, and you see as from the jagged cliff face, a long piece of rope just extends down and makes its way over to your ship. And you watch as a bald Goliath wearing it's a collections agent's coat. So he's wearing one of those coats, those trench coats, and he is descending down
You mean a trophy?
Huh?
You mean he's wearing a trophy?
Fair enough. He is making his way down on this rope, to which he will step foot onto the bow of the ship. And he will say in a deep voice, "I'm looking for a Mr. Quincy." And Ball, sitting on the railing, will go, "Oh? And who's asking?" "I'm here at the behest of Mr. Sirius. You have something he wants. We'd like to make a trade." And Ball will say, "Oh, that is rather delightful. Well, tell Mr. Sirius I'm quite interested." And he will tug on the rope, and the rope will go up, and he will remain on the deck. "I will guide your vessel to the gate, and they will open it at my behest. Try anything funny, and I'll kill everyone on this boat." "Oh, wouldn't dream of it, my good man."
Alright, I guess I'm gonna slap myself with Feigned Death.
Okay.
So I'm out.
So, wait, did someone? I might have missed something. Did someone come onto the ship to inspect and see Lazuli or something?
No, not to inspect. One of the collections agents is making contact.
I guess I might have missed something. How do they know we have Lazuli? Did we tell them already?
Leslie sent a note.
Okay.
I mean, technically, she just said, "I have something of yours." But
I see.
That's basically what it said.
I'm sure that's enough to get Sirius's attention. Is I have something that already belongs to you.
It's Lasley, but not specific enough.
Yeah,
So
that clever
the
vagueness.
boat will go around the outside of the jagged cliffs, and this Goliath will just be pointing here and there. Surak, you watch him. Give me. Do you want to, investigate him at all, or do you care?
I'm gonna look him up and down.
Okay.
That jacket's a red flag zone here.
So one thing you notice is that he has a greatsword, but if you look closely, you see parts of it are segmented, almost as though it might be able to extend its length somehow. You're not quite sure.
Oh my god, I love Bleach!
I was just about to say Ichigo, is that you?
No, it's the fuck. Does Ichigo get that sword? It's the red haired guy, right?
It's the snake dude.
Yeah, it's the red haired guy.
The red-haired guy, Renji, I think his name is.
I forget.
Renji. We love
So-
Renji.
Eventually, he guides you to a large metal gate that is half submerged. Gundyr, you've been following the boat, and you are standing at the bottom of these gates. And police will yell out, "Open the gate!" And the gates will both slowly start to open up.
The gates are open.
Gundyr, you can make your way inside now that the gates are open.
That's a Hearthstone joke. I
I
apologize.
show. Forward momentum resumed.
All right.
Obstruction cleared. Path resuming.
So Cleese will then walk over to Ball and say, "So, where is it?" "Oh, you mean the package, the thing that you're interested in. It's below deck. You should come have a look."
The stealth team is staying mostly out of sight, right?
I would imagine
Yes.
you're.
I would assume you two have squirreled away.
Yep. So he's just going to lead this collections agent, and they're first going to encounter you, Surak, and he's going to look you up and down with kind of a jeer. "And who might this be?" "Oh, him? He's a bit of hired muscle. I keep him around for his, imposing appearance. He prevents people from doing anything stupid. Isn't that right, big guy? You don't do anything." And he'll just smile and say, "See, worth every penny."
This is gonna be harder than I thought.
What is?
Just ball just casually antagonizing Surak.
Surak's smart. He'll be fine.
And this collections agent is going to look you up and down and go, "Where do you hail from?"
Why does it matter?
"I mean, we're both the same race, so in a
Does
way
every
that makes
fish ask where the other fish come from?
I see. Very well then." And he will go down. So, Leslie, where are you?
At this point, I am absolutely leading.
You're leading? Okay.
Yeah, no. I get her first.
Okay, that's right.
I mean, it'd be
I'm
fine if
imagining
Paul got to
there
her first, but for the sake of the
Yeah.
act.
Mm-hmm.
I was imagining there's at least one or two holding cells in this ship.
Okay.
It's a pirate ship, there's gotta be.
Yeah, that's fine. So you're in a holding cell. You
I'm just
you all
Dead.
you all go down there, and this collections agent will look at Leslie and go, "This is unfortunate, but I'm sure he'll have a way to bring her back. He typically has ways to bring back things that he hires." "Very well."
Romulus.
It's gotta pay first.
and he'll say, "Well, it's good enough for me," and he will go back up on deck. So Paul will also go back up on deck. Are you following?
I'm gonna stay right here.
You're gonna stay right there?
I'm gonna stay right here.
Okay.
No funky business.
Not much
Alright.
talk right now.
Eventually, the boat comes to a stop, and when it does, you hear people, more footsteps coming on board. And Surak, you're staying right there, and after about 5 minutes, you hear some talking between Ball, some of the people up on deck. But the one thing that you noticed is a kind of highish pitched, gaudy, nasally voice. Very easy to pick out from all the others. And eventually the chatting is just kind of going back and forth, and you eventually from around the corner. Oh yes, lunch sounds lovely, but I do have a rather tight schedule with all my business ongoings. Oh, that sounds lovely. I'm sure I have to work something out seeing a man of your stature. Yes, lovely. And turning the corner.
Was that first voice police or Quincy?
No. No, the first voice was
Yeah, the first voice. Okay. I couldn't tell. Kind of sounded like you were.
So
I want to see this
turning
man
the
go.
corner is an elf dressed in just multicolored clothing in a patchwork design with shiny silver hemming, a hat that really doesn't work with the outfit, and just gems galore
Oh no, he's from the 70s.
everywhere that can fit on this body. And he makes his way over to Lazaly's supposed dead body, and he'll go, "No, no, no, that just won't do. That won't do indeed. I can't have my prized possession lifeless, with nothing to entertain me. Well, my dear Quincy, you certainly have brought me something to pique my interest. Well, you were gonna say something?
Nothing. I dubbed the disco elf.
Okay. And Quincy will say, "Well, I heard you were the man to talk to in this area, and I heard that you were very interested in this. So I figured you might be the man to bring her to." "Oh, yes, yes, indeed. Now, tell me, Mr. Quincy, how exactly did you come across her? You know, a fine specimen of this just doesn't fall into somebody's hands, if you know what I mean."
Well, you see, she fell out of a tree and directly into my hands.
"Well, I myself am a bit of a, as you say, card shark. I do enjoy a fine game of cards and gambling with stakes and whatnot. She was in less than stellar health when I won her, but I did not know of her value until recently when I heard your name. So, unfortunately, this. Sorry about the circumstances." "Oh, well, the circumstances are dreary and unfavorable, but I can certainly rectify and fix them. Money can get you many things in this world."
Can't get you a second chance at life when you're dead. Ha ho!
Hey,
God, I cannot wait. Sorry.
Sorry, let's continue.
And Ball will say, "Yes, so why don't we go somewhere nice to perhaps discuss business?" "Yes, business. Lovely." And he will look over to the collections agent. "Now, please." "Yes, sir." "Could you be most hospitable and show Mr. Quincy to the palace?" "Yes, sir." and Ball and Cleese will leave. Ball following Cleese, and Sirius will look at you, Sirac, and go, "Now tell me, my big man, would you like to help me out, or should I carry on myself?"
Not if you don't want a broken hand.
Ooh, tough and rugged. I'm sure he pays you well. You seem like you're worth every penny.
You're cool, Saraki. You're cool.
I just don't respond to that comment.
Yep. So, Sirius is going to open the cage, and he is going to grab Lazuli.
He's gonna grab Lazuli?
Yes.
What did I just fucking tell him? He reaches for him, and I just, on the wrist, looking dead in the eye, I'm leaning down. What did I just say?
Oh, so you want to carry her? Very well. I just won't have to sully my hands and clean them later. Thank you.
Bitch hasn't paid yet.
This is such a good thing. I am not awake to hear any of these comments. I'd be so pissed.
Yep. And he will start walking and say, "Well, you can follow me, my good man." Are you going to follow him?
Oh yeah, no, I'll follow. I'm not gonna say anything, but I'll follow him when he starts
Right.
leading.
So he will lead you up deck. He will take you. You guys are at a docking platform. He will take you across the docks. And on this island, it is kind of a, so it's multi-leveled. You have the lower level with the dock, kind of a raised, what looks like a cave system, and then there's a big kind of fort-esque mansion up top. And there's guard posts and guard towers with, not like spotlights, but, like bonfires on the towers. If they were lit, they could make some light at night. And, yeah, that's kind of the general layout of.
I assume they're late now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and the first thing that you notice is you see a couple of hounds running about on the beach, kind of sniffing around. It seems like they might be looking for something. And you see go ahead.
Sorry, real quick, is Ball still within eyesight?
You do not see Ball.
Continue, but I am gonna pause on the beach.
Okay, you pause on the beach. So
Yes.
Okay. So you see these hounds running around and sniffing about, and you see a Kenku in another collections agent jacket, kind of drilling on these dogs, going just kind of yelling commands at them as they're sniffing along the beach. You're not quite sure what they're looking for.
Pineapples.
Fair enough.
Definitely
So
pineapples.
Sirius is making his way towards a set of stairs that will lead up to where the mansion is. You have stopped on the beach.
Yes.
Are you doing anything?
I'm waiting for someone.
You're waiting.
If you don't recall, there's a second muscle.
Oh
It
yeah,
needs to come out of the water.
I don't see that second muscle on webcam.
Yeah, Tyler, where are you?
I'm here. I'm awake. I promise.
I'm stopping on the beach because part of it is just he's also on the Quincy team, so I don't want him walking up by himself and being like, "Where am I?"
All right,
Gungnir, are you?
Tyler. All right, Tyler, are you joining Sirac?
On the beach?
Yes.
Sure. Gungnir will be sunning himself on the beach with his metal plates open to get a tan.
Okay.
Oh, he's already there. Okay.
Gungnir, you start coming out of the water onto the beach, and Sirius is going to kind of suspiciously eye what's going on. Does that happen to be one of yours?
Mr. Quincy merely wanted to make sure you had nothing funny beneath the waves.
Oh, I'm sure everybody does enjoy a good security policy every now and again, don't they? And he'll snap his fingers, and you'll watch as a bunch of bushes on the cliffside start to pop up, and there's people in there with bows. It's fine, my boys. You can stand down.
So that's who we need to worry
I'm
about.
just gonna like look over at Gungnir, like pull a crab off his shoulder and like look at it for a second, look over at Lasley, and then just place it on the beach.
Mhm.
The crab knows too much.
And Sirius will say, "Oh, it's no bother. I always do love a good game of cat and cat or cat and mouse or well, mostly just cat and mouse, but you know. I hope you guys have more surprises."
Gungnir will nod and be as to say, resuming patrol, and go back into the water.
No!
Wait, what?
That's
I
not
wasn't part of the
the,
plan.
that's not the plan.
And I don't know how to tell him that without giving something away.
Okay.
I'm actually just gonna like put a hand on Gungnir. We were ordered to accompany Mr. Quincy, remember?
Yes. It's like blatantly just like
Why you got a little faulty being exposed to water for that long?
Gungnir has no idea what the plan is. Remember that.
Unfortunately, yes, we do remember because you left for surveillance, and then we made the plan to have you be part of the muzzle without you present.
Just go with it, Gungnir. You got it.
However, Gungnir's a smart boy.
He should remember we refer to Uncle Ball as Mr. Quincy or Uncle Quincy.
I think he knows that. I'm sure he knows that part.
I think I do. Yeah. Alright, I have to wrap it up
Okay.
like
It is about-
immediately,
yeah.
as quickly as possible.
So yeah, we'll end it with you and Gungnir going up the steps to this island.
Here
And-
we go.
That's where we'll wrap it up.
This is gonna
Alright.
go great.
Fine, boys. It's heist time.
Yeah. Like, wait, you know what the plan is, right? What plan?
That is actually, I almost said stick to the plan, but I did have that freeze and go, wait, does he know the plan? Oh, then I was like, remember?
I just know that we're gonna go down there to plant the charges and fucking Butterball's gonna be down there.
I don't know, look, I like our plan quite a bit. I hope that nothing will go wrong outside of like a couple of bad rolls that end up screwing us over. Like, if that happens, then fine. You know, the dice fall as the dice fall, but if it's like RJ just throws something in that ruins everything, I'm gonna be.
Well,
I might have to go cry.
less ruin things and more just like complications are one thing. That makes things interesting. I think we can deal with Butterball if it like here's the thing. I know I don't care what the imp says about he only goes after people that are easy targets. He's coming back if not in this arc at some point.
Oh, at some point, I'm just kind of hoping that he's satisfied with Anderson for now.
Sure, his bloodlust is sated.
Because
I'm not gonna lie.
let's be
I would
perfectly
like
honest.
seeing some Thalos versus
Oh
Butterball.
my god.
That would be very funny if we could like be like, hey yo,
Turn them against each
that
other.
parrot called you a drow.
Turn them against each other.
And he's like, what? And then Butterball says something. He's like, just fucking talking.
Let them fight.
But yeah, I was about to say, let's face it, Sirius likely has enough crap beneath his island for you guys to worry about.
Well,
No,
yeah.
the way this is shaping up, this butthole probably has like 500,000 traps and a couple patrols down there.
Probably.
You'll be